There is a specific kind of tired that does not come from giving up. It comes from continuing. From praying the same prayer one more time, in the same quiet room, on another night that ended the way the last one ended. From driving home from another wedding and sitting in your car for a few minutes before going inside, not because you were falling apart, but because you needed a moment to put the weight back down before you had to carry it in front of anyone. You smiled the whole night. You meant it. And you still sat in that car. That is the tired you are carrying right now. And no one around you is naming it, because from the outside nothing looks wrong. You are doing everything right. You are still here, still believing, and still waiting for something you have prayed over more times than you can count, while watching people who do not seem to have prayed at all receive it without asking. I want to show you what the length of this wait is actually doing. Not what it means about you, what it is building inside you right now without your permission in a way that could not be built any other way. And I want to show you the part most people who carry this question never reach, that the longest waits are not for the people God has forgotten, they are for the people God is preparing most carefully. Let me say something first that you are allowed to feel, even if you have been told you are not. This is not fair. The part of you that has noticed the unfairness is not bitter, and it is not faithless. It is honest. You have watched people who seemed less ready, less intentional, less awake to what they were even asking for, walk into the exact thing you have been carrying in your prayers for years, and the math has never made sense to you. I am not going to tell you it does. I am going to tell you that the math is not the measurement God is using. You are measuring by timeline, how long you have waited compared to the people around you. God is measuring by readiness, and readiness is not the same thing for everyone, because what He is building in you is not the same thing He is building in the person who got engaged at 24. Comparing the length of your wait to theirs is like comparing the length of two surgeries and concluding the longer one went wrong. The length reflects the complexity, not the failure. You are not behind them. You are not even on the same road. There is a tree that survives storms, and the reason it survives is that its roots grew long before the storm arrived. You cannot see a root growing. You can only see the stillness above ground, which looks, from the outside, like nothing is happening. But everything is happening. Underground, in the dark, without announcement. That is what this wait is. The waiting is not the absence of God's action. It is the most precise form of His action available, the kind that cannot be rushed without compromising what it is building. Desire without fulfillment is one of His most exact tools. It does something to a person that comfort and arrival cannot do. It deepens you. It clarifies what you actually want from what you only thought you wanted. It teaches you to hold things openly, to want fully without grasping. And that capacity to love without gripping is exactly what the right relationship will require from you. God is not withholding love from you. He is using the space before love arrives to build in you the version of yourself that love, when it comes, will actually need. Now stay with me, because this next part is the one most people never hear. You have probably had near misses, people who were close to right, connections that began and quietly did not develop, relationships that came within reach of becoming something and then did not hold. Each of those closures felt like loss at the time. Each one was protection. God does not close a door carelessly. He closes it because what was behind it would have required you to become someone smaller than who He is making you, not dramatically, quietly, over time. The slow shrinking that happens when you commit to something that does not fit the person God is building. The relationships that did not happen were not failures of His plan. They were His plan, the part where He removed what would have substituted for something better. What felt like God withholding was God redirecting. They are not the same thing. And the grief of those near misses is real, but it is not the whole story of what was happening in them. And here is the part I need you to hear, because it is the one that changes the feeling of being alone in this. You feel like you are waiting in a room by yourself. Like the delay is solitary, like God is attending to everyone else while you sit in a holding pattern with the lights off. You are not alone in this room. The person who is coming wherever they are is in their own preparation, their own waiting, their own formation. The length of your wait is not separate from theirs. God is timing two preparations at the same time, in two different rooms, neither of you able to see the other, both of you in the same kind of quiet shaping. Your waiting and their becoming are happening in parallel. What feels like God ignoring your prayer is God answering it at a depth that requires more time than you can see from inside your half of it. You are not waiting for God to act. You are waiting for a coordination that is already in motion. There is something else being built in you in this waiting that I do not want you to miss, because if you do not see it now, you will not see it later either. God is not waiting for you to be perfect before He sends the right person. He is waiting for you to become the specific version of yourself that this specific relationship will require, and that version is being made right now in the choices you keep making. Not through self-improvement, not through a checklist, through the formation that only happens when you have wanted something deeply and trusted Him with it instead of taking it into your own hands. That choice, to keep waiting rather than settling, is not just patience. It is the very quality the right relationship will need from you. The person who walks into that relationship is not the person who began this wait. They are the person the wait made. The preparation is not a prerequisite for the waiting. The waiting is the preparation. So let me tell you what the length of this wait is actually saying about you, because it is the opposite of what you have been afraid it says. The length of this wait is not evidence that God has overlooked you. It is evidence that He is preparing you for something that requires this much preparation. The longest waits are not for the people He has forgotten. They are for the people He is preparing most carefully. The clarity about fairness that frees you from comparison, the interior work happening right now that comfort could not do, the protection of every door that closed, the parallel preparation of someone you cannot yet see, the version of yourself being built in the waiting itself, all of it, one movement, one design, one careful and deliberate act of love that looks, from inside it, exactly like delay. You are not being kept waiting because God has forgotten you. You are being kept waiting because He is not willing to give you something your current self could hold but your full self was made to carry. He is not giving you less. He is refusing to let you receive something smaller than what He designed you for. And here is the thing you have not said out loud, maybe not even to God. The fear underneath all of this has not been that love will never arrive. The fear has been that the length of its absence means something specific about you, that you are waiting not because God is preparing something, but because something about you is less receivable than the people who are not waiting, that the delay is a verdict. I want you to hear this slowly. The length of this wait is not a verdict about who you are. It is a description of what He is building, and what He is building in you requires more care, more time, and more precision than He gives to things He is not invested in. The delay is not the evidence of His distance. It is the evidence of His attention. And if you are honest with yourself, there are things you can see in yourself now that were not there when this wait began. A clarity you did not have, a depth you could not have earned another way, a capacity to hold something real without needing it to complete you. That did not happen accidentally. He was building it, in the waiting, without your permission, and it is not finished yet. Remember the tired I described at the beginning, the tired that comes from continuing rather than giving up. That continuing is exactly what He has been building in you, and it is one of the things the right love will most need from you when it arrives. You are not someone God overlooked. You are someone God is taking the most time with, and those are not the same thing. Tell me one word in the comments for how long this wait has felt. Don't explain it. Just say the word. He sees every day of it. If you found this channel today, this is what we do here. We sit inside the questions that do not have easy answers and show you what God is doing inside them. Subscribe so the next message finds you when you need it. The wait is not the answer to your prayer being delayed. The wait is part of the answer itself.